Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob, and today I'm bringing you a little bit of a different video. This is my very first time playing the MLB The Show 22 tech test. Now I know the tech test has been out for a while, but I've been having my Indian/Spider series going on, so I didn't really have time to play it, but I decided to get around to it today now that that series is over and just kind of get my first taste, I guess, of what to expect in MLB The Show 22, and I'll kind of talk about my plans a little bit more today, just kind of give you guys a little mini update as to what to expect going forward. So if you are excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Now, this is my very first time jumping into the MLB The Show tech test. At this point, all you can really do is practice. So I just kind of got some reps at the plate. I did a little bit of pitching as well. I used Juan Soto because the Nationals are my favorite team, in case you didn't know. And this is against the Braves. There's currently Charlie Morton on the mound because I did want to do lefty versus righty. I am swinging on Hall of Fame, and I am using a little bit different settings. I usually don't use the PCI, move the bat around, but I wanted to give it a go at this point, maybe get some good hits, see how I could be with the different settings. Also picked Sportsman's Park because it's the only historic stadium in the game during the tech test, so I thought, why not play at Sportsman's Park? But I decided to give the tech test a whirl just to kind of see, get a little bit of feel for it, and I have some thoughts about it. First thing is, it's kind of much of the same. I didn't really notice too much of a difference. I think it does look slightly better. This is also a work in progress, keep in mind. But also, one thing I did notice at the plate, which you might have seen already, is you get some very high pop-ups in the tech test. I think it was the second pitch of the video. That ball went like way up in the air, had a tremendous hang time, and came down like to the right of the pitcher's mound. So that was the first thing I noticed. Like, look at this one. This ball is hit way up in the air. That is an insane pop-up. I don't remember hitting pop-ups that high in MLB The Show 21. Also, I did use the PCI. Like, look at this ball. This ball is ripped, and it comes down just shy of the wall. So I don't know if the trajectories are a little different or what, but that was the big thing I noticed. I also tried all three pitch types, which I usually don't do. I tried power swings, contact swings, and regular swings. Here's another very high pop-up that gets just foul. But that was the big thing. Also, I did notice that when you're on the pitching side of things, there's still a lot of those up-the-middle base hits. I feel like that was a very common thing in MLB The Show 21. I feel like a lot of the time, the CPU or even my team, you would get a lot of up-the-middle base hits. You go right underneath the pitcher's feet, and then it splits the defenders and go right over the second base bag. I did see that was a little bit more prevalent. Obviously, I'm not going to get it much here with the hitting, but once it switches to pitching, I did notice that a little bit. Other than that, nothing really much groundbreaking I got from the tech test. I did eventually get a good feel for it. It took me a while to warm up, so to speak, at the batter's box. But eventually, I feel like I was kind of getting my timing down. I was moving the PCI less, abruptly, and actually hitting the ones that actually did hit the zone, and not always just going to the edges. There's a fastball that is roped from the bottom right, and that one was over the wall, so that was a nice little base hit. But in terms of MLB The Show 22, now, if you've been following me on Twitter or paying attention to the community tab, I have been having some second thoughts about MLB The Show 22. With the whole lockout, it really has kind of turned me off from the sport of baseball, and I honestly don't really watch baseball to begin with. But, you guys, I did not realize how popular baseball was on the channel. I did have a feeling that a lot of you guys did come for the baseball content, but I didn't know it was loved as much as it was. So I appreciate all you guys who, left a comment in the community tab or let me know on Twitter that you really want the baseball to continue. So baseball will continue into MLB The Show 22. Don't you worry. There will be another franchise here on the channel. I can't promise anything past 23. It'll really have to come down to what the franchise deep dive looks on Thursday, so I'm very intrigued as to what San Diego Studios has to say about their franchise mode. I'm not really optimistic. I feel like it's not going to be a lot of big changes. I've been reading SGO's articles and what they think, but I'm interested to see what they're going to see regardless. But there will be MLB The Show 22 series. There will also be no WWE 2K22, so it's going to be baseball is the main focus once the game comes out. I'm very excited for April 8th and to get my hands on it and to just kind of get you guys some more baseball content, because it's going to be weird for the next month now that the Spiders series is over. As far as what team I'm using, I do have it down to 2 teams. Both teams are in the National League, that's all I'm going to say. And the reason why I like to use 2 teams, well, it's because of the fact that I'm not the most, I'm not the biggest YouTuber at all by any means. So I always pick one team that I like, and I always have a backup team, because I don't want to be picking a team that a lot of people are going to do. And I will say that I do think my primary team is going to be a hot commodity. So that's why I do have my backup team that I might be using. But both are in the National League. Part of the reason I wanted to go to the National League is, one, we've seen a lot of the American League teams lately in terms between the Astros and the Spiders franchise. And 2, I wanted to use the pitcher, but now that DHs are universal, that's not really as much of a issue. But it'll be kind of cool to use a DH in the National League the first time they can. Also, I was using these fielding settings. I don't know. I guess I didn't change it to the ball marker. I do not like having the ball marker. Ball marker, I don't really get the whole blue strip. Not really. Oh well. But this is me now pitching. I have Steven Strasburg on the mound going up against kind of the top of the Braves lineup, minus Freddie Freeman, as it seems like he will not be in Atlanta. Big news, Olsen is going to be the first baseman going forward for the Braves, in case you didn't hear. So as a Nationals fan, it's not like, while Freddie Freeman is an absolute superstar, the Braves, in my opinion, might have made the right move in the long run, going with a younger option who's, in his prime at the plate. So as a Nationals fan, don't really get too much, satisfaction seeing Freddie Freeman not in the division. It'll be nice not having to face Freeman, but Olsen is not going to be fun either. But yeah, back to my plans. I have 2 teams, both in the National League. You will see the reveal video probably shortly after MLB The Show 22 comes out. So that will be a while, because I like to get to the gameplay with the new game. And then once the OSFM rosters come out, then I will jump into a franchise. But I do got to wait for those OSFM rosters. On this channel, it's got to be as realistic as possible. Got to have the most up-to-date rosters. But what is going to happen on the channel up until MLB The Show 22? Well, right now, there's really one series going on the channel, and that's the Thunderbirds. So expect to see a lot of Madden content coming out. We are in the second half of year 2, and our Thunderbirds are making a very strong push into the postseason. Probably will make the playoffs. Could potentially be a team that can go deep. You'll have to pay attention the next couple weeks, see what happens with the Thunderbirds. But we have a good squad going on. I highly recommend you check out that channel. No bias whatsoever. But I think that series would be a good look, especially if you like what you see on the channel. So it'll be Thunderbirds going forward for the most part. I don't know with one series if I'm going to quite do 5 uploads a week. I do think if I uploaded 5 Thunderbirds episodes in 1 week, you guys would get very burnt out, and it's not going to allow you guys to get as invested as games are just going to go by so quickly. There will be at least 3 to 4 Thunderbirds videos a week, but especially next week, I do have something kind of special in the works for next week. Expect 2 videos next week to be a little bit different, and I think those of you who have been around on the channel since the beginning will kind of like what's going to happen. I think you guys will find it very fun. It'll be something to kind of add to our community, as I do love you guys, and I want to grow the community a little bit more. So kind of, give you guys a little, especially since the beginning, a little influence, I would say, into some of the people who've made a difference in our series. But I don't want to spoil too much without giving it away. That video will be coming on Monday, but it will be Thunderbirds for the most part, especially to end this week. But that's all I really have for you guys today. I just wanted to show you guys a little MLB The Show tech test gameplay, let you know that I am getting ready for MLB The Show 22. You guys have helped me pick up my optimism for the game. The fact that you guys just want to see baseball so bad, that really actually makes me want to play baseball. So I thank you guys so much. You guys are the reason why another baseball series is coming to the channel, and I'm very excited for it now. I can't wait to bring you guys some more baseball content. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a great day/night whenever you are watching this. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.